Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Matt here with Tank Lawn Maintenance. It is currently 7:48 p.m. Wednesday evening, March 6th, the 2024th year of our Lord. I'm sitting out here in the shop. It still looks the exact same as it did the other day. My mowers, they still look the exact same as they did the other day. I still have not gotten out here and sharpened blades, cleaned the decks, and I don't care. I have been working from 3 a.m. to around 7 every day so far this week. I'm telling you right now, I am tired. I am so tired. I'm so glad that tomorrow's Thursday, man. You know, most of you know Thursday is my Friday. I'm just so glad that tomorrow's Thursday. You get me a little break. I say a little break. I've got to mow this weekend, but sorry guys, it's rude, yawning all in your faces and everything. I'm just tired, man. I really am. But I haven't had time to do much, man. I really haven't. I know today I had enough time to get a quick shower and eat some supper real quick. And it was the same way yesterday and Monday. But things are just bad right now at work, which y'all know. Y'all know the situation. I'm not gonna get all into that. I'm not gonna sit out here and beat a dead horse this evening. But mosquitoes in the shop, man, ain't nothing like it. Speaking of which, I've got this shop fan over here that I got for Christmas. It's getting it's getting about time to plug that thing in and turn it on, man. Run some of these mosquitoes and mayflies out of here. All the rain we've had over the past 3 weeks, man. We've got mayflies out the yin yang. But yeah, it rained all day today. And I'm talking about it was a gully washer, man. It really was. It doggone. When I woke up this morning at 2 o'clock, it was pouring down, and it didn't stop till about 11:30, 12 o'clock this afternoon. And if any of you have ever done food service for a living, you know, or if you're any kind of vendor where you're driving a truck around and delivering product, you know, that is just about the worst job possible to have in the rain, in my opinion. I haven't done too much of anything else where I've had to work in the rain, but man, today was just a bad day, and the rain had probably 95% to do with it, man. It really did. Which don't get me wrong, I'm thankful for the rain, man, because the way it's been going, we're getting rain and then a day of sunshine, heavy rain, day of sunshine, so it's alternating. And it's supposed to be sunny all day tomorrow, and then lo and behold, it's supposed to rain again Friday, and I think it's supposed to rain Saturday and Sunday too. So we're gonna see what happens this weekend. My daughter's got a volleyball tournament in Orangeburg, South Carolina, and I'm sorry, not Orangeburg, Spartanburg, and my wife's gonna take her. I'm gonna hang around here and work, you know. But it is what it is, man. I signed up for this. I hate missing tournaments, though. I really do. But it's all good, man. We're gonna get through it. But anyway, man, I want to say I've got 20 or 25 on the list this weekend. I'm not sure. It might be 23. For some reason, that number's sticking in my head for some reason. So it's probably 23. And I've got to meet up with a customer. I've got to do a quote probably Sunday, and then I've got to meet up with a customer at some point this weekend. His service is going to start in April, but I sat down and looked at all my properties and went over everything just to try to figure out more ways to make money, or to make more money, to try and get as much as I can. And I mean, because running a business, that's what you want to do. You really don't want to leave any money on the table. You hear people saying all the time about people nickel and diming people to death. That's not what I'm doing. I'm not nickel and diming people, but I try to take on high ticket properties, ones that have multiple services available, and or multiple service opportunities. But this guy here, he basically just gets his grass cut every other week and his bushes trimmed probably about 3 times a summer. And it's a quick property. It's an easy property. I want to say I charge $70 to cut his grass, and I think it's $55 to cut his bushes. I'd have to look at the paper, but there's other things on this property that he really does need to consider, and he wants to meet with me and discuss some things and discuss pricing on it and all that good stuff. And so I'm probably gonna meet with him Sunday, and we'll go over that and possibly give him a year-round service package, and if we can. If the price is suitable for him, his price is something that's not really negotiable. I say it's not negotiable. I can't fudge much on the price, and I can probably fudge, I don't know, $20 or $30 a month, but it's not gonna be much. But anyway, yeah, got that going on, and also, tomorrow when I get off work, I've got to get back into the swing of this. I really do, because I didn't do it last week. I've been using my mowers all year this year. They never sat idle, and I used them for a lot of different things this year. I'll cut everybody's grass once a month during the winter just to give it that crispy, edgy look. Give it that white Bermuda look, dormant lawn look. And then I'll use them for leaf cleanups and things of that nature. But so they haven't really sat idle. I mean, I did a tune up on them and all that good stuff, but I didn't. I'm in a routine during the summer. I have a routine where I come in, do all of my lawn care. That night, when I'm done, I'll come in, I'll scrape my decks, sharpen my blades, balance my blades, put them back on the mower, and if there's any other maintenance that needs to be done, I'll do it all right then, whether it be an oil change, tune-up, hydros, whatever it may be, belts, you name it. I try to get all of it done in one shot, but, sorry guys, I had a text message. But I try to get all of it done in one shot to be as efficient as I can. That way I can just focus on getting the job done and spending time with my family. But it's just been a little different this year because of everything that's been going on with my full-time job. I haven't had a whole lot of spare time to do things, and the last time I went out, I failed to sharpen my blades before I went out, and I didn't scrape my decks or sharpen my blades when I came out, or when I got back. And so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I need to set some kind of reminder to remind me to do that tomorrow, and I need to get back in the habit of doing that. But yeah, it's the way I normally do it. I get off work on Thursday night or Thursday evenings, come home, make sure everything's on the up and up with all my equipment. I go ahead and load, my handhelds, my string trimmers and edgers and hedge trimmers and things of that nature. I'll make sure they're full of gas, make sure they're full of string, and I'll go ahead and cut me a spool of string and sit it in the front seat of my truck, and that way I'll have it to stick in my back pocket the next day. And then I'll check out my gas cans, make sure they're full of gas, and then I'll check the mowers, make sure they're full of gas. And what I do when I get done with that is I will load the mowers up, I'll load the trailer up, hook it up on the truck, and I'll back it into my backyard and just leave everything right there in my backyard where nobody can get to it. And I say nobody can get to it. It's a process that they would have to go through to get to it. So nothing is 100%. You can lock it up in a storage facility and it can still stuff will get stolen. So nothing's 100%. But I try to have everything set to where all I have to do in the morning, crank the truck up, let it warm up a little bit, drink a cup of coffee with my wife, throw my clothes on, and get on down the road. I don't want to be doing any maintenance or anything like that in the mornings, and I really need to get back into the swing of doing all that. So I will be working on that tomorrow and moving forward, trying to get better at that. But also I have a GoPro in my truck, in the center console of my truck, and I'm gonna pull that thing out probably Sunday night, and I'm gonna fool around with it a little bit, see if I can't figure it out. I've never used it before. I think there's some kind of app on my phone I have to download to use it, which is fine, you know. I just need to figure it out, learn how to use this thing, because I really want to get you guys some footage and show y'all how I do things. You know, everybody has their own methods of doing things, and a lot of there's actually a lot of guys in my area that do this for a living, and it's funny to me because I don't claim to be the fastest guy out here, but I am pretty efficient, or at least I feel like I am pretty efficient. And it's funny to me because you'll see a guy every now and then. A guy will walk up to me while I'm loading the trailer back up at a property, and they'll be like, "Man, you to be a solo operator, man, you knocked that one out, bro." And they be like, "Yeah, it's two of us, man, and we did ours just a little bit faster than what you did yours, man. You rocking and rolling." But on average, I can do 10 to 12 yards in a day. The most I've ever done is 13, and that was in the dead middle of the summer. And you know, that's from start to finish. Pull up, get everything off, cut the bushes, edge it, mow it, weed eat it, load the trailer back up, down the road I go. And that's with everything, you know. So yeah, the most I've ever done in one day is 13. And I hear stories of guys out there that can do 15 or 16 yards a day as a solo operator. And I don't know how they do it. I'm not saying that they don't do it, but I'd like to see the size of the yard first. Then I'd like to see if it's a corner lot, and then I'd also like to see if they have sidewalks that they have to edge up. And but if it's the same types of yards that I'm doing, I really need to get a hold of these people and figure out how they're doing it, man, so I can be more efficient. But that's the name of the game, man. You know, the more efficient you are, the more money you're gonna make. And you know, the old saying goes, time is money. And so you want to get as much as you possibly can done each hour. That way you can put more money in your pocket at the end of the day. These doggone gnats, man. But that, and you know, about a month ago, I guess, I caught COVID, and I really got out of my workout routine, and I got away from my diet. I really wanted to start back working out as soon as I got better. I'm 100% now. You know, the cough is gone. I've got all my strength back, and my stamina's not quite there like it was before I caught COVID, but it's getting there. And but you know, that's a process. Everybody that I've talked to that's had COVID, you know, and had it bad, they told me, you know, it's a process before all that comes back. But I really want to start working out again, and I really want to get back into my diet because it's about to get hot. You've got about 2 months before those 100-degree days start hitting us in the face, and I want to be prepared, man. I really do. But yeah, got a little less than 3 weeks left, guys. Actually, it's tomorrow. 3 weeks from tomorrow will be my last day at my full-time job, and I was thinking about it today. You know, I know I've sat on here and I have fussed a lot about my full-time job, but I would be dead wrong if I was to sit here and tell you that it hasn't. For starters, I have to assume some of the responsibility. I mean, regardless of how you look at it, the end result would have been the same no matter what. It was just time, and there were tensions building between me and the company. But all in all, the past 10 and a half years, man, this really has been a good job. My family truly has been blessed. The job I had before this job, I'm not going to say I was living in poverty, but I was close to it. And we were living paycheck to paycheck. Scared to death every week that we wasn't going to be able to pay bills or whatever it may be. If you've ever had a very low paying job, and you understand what I'm talking about. But got this job 10 and a half years ago, man, and it's been a celebration ever since. But I was able to buy my wife 2 brand new cars in 10 and a half years. Bought myself a new truck, bought our house, put all 3 of my kids through sports. One is currently in college, and also just the trips and vacations we've been able to afford, and not to mention the fact that tanks lawn maintenance would not be a thing without this job, because my last job, there's no way I would have been able to afford to do it. But saving money at that job was not an option, but so yeah. And I had a little bit of time to think in between stops today, and it kind of hit me, and it's starting to get to me a little bit now, and I really hate the way that things end. This thing has ended, but both sides have showed their true colors. I've showed my true colors, and so is the company. So it's inevitable. It's one of those things that's got to be done, and just live and you learn, man. You move on. But so yes, I am very thankful for my full-time job, because it has afforded me a lot. It really has. And also, I found salvation from my Lord through this job. This job put me through that, or pushed me to that point. But so I do have that, and but yeah, 3 weeks from tomorrow will be my last day, and I was thinking about everything that's been good over the past 10 years. I've been focused so much on the negative here the past few weeks, man. I want to focus on some good for a change, and it has made my life better. It truly has been a blessing for me and my family, and it did what I needed it to do. But I was also thinking, 3 weeks from today, the Lord has opened a door for me. Or I'm sorry, 3 weeks from tomorrow, the Lord has opened a door for me. And if you think about it, as a business owner, a small business owner, entrepreneur, whatever you want to call it, the possibilities and the opportunities truly are endless. If you play your cards right, not saying that I would ever do this. I don't know if I could ever see myself not working, just because I have to do something, man. I'll go stir crazy real quick. But if you play your cards right, man, as a business owner, in just a handful of years, you could get your business to a point to where all you have to do is focus on growing the business. But Keith Kalfas has a lot of videos about this. Matter of fact, he just put out a video, I want to say it was last weekend. He interviewed a guy named Jeremy Tallboy. He owns North Georgia Landscape Management, and he was telling his story. And but Keith Kalfas has some very good information, some very good advice for new business owners and up-and-coming business owners, and people that just want to take their business to the next level. So if you don't watch any of his videos, I highly recommend it, because he's a different individual. He's very energetic, and sometimes he's all over the place, and it can be comical at times, but he knows what he's talking about, man. And I've taken some of his advice, and you got to understand that each area is going to be different. Sometimes you're going to have to tweak that advice a little bit, but it's all generally the same. You know, and that's no matter where you're at in the country. No area is the same. So you're going to have to do things a little bit different than what the next person is doing. But yeah, man, 3 weeks from tomorrow, I mean, when I first started this, I never thought that I would get to this point. And I'm about the most impatient human being that you will ever meet. And when a thought goes through my head that I want to do something, I wanted to do it yesterday, not 3 or 4 years from now. So, yeah, it really was. In hindsight, it was a quick process, but at the time, man, it was just a slow, agonizing process. But all in all, man, it really has been a fun process. I've enjoyed this process. And I have embraced this process. I have learned a lot. I have learned so much. I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned things about business that I never knew, never would even thought of. And my whole mindset has changed. It truly has. And my life has changed. My wife has changed the way she thinks about certain things. And I've become a household name in a very, very, very small community in my area. And my name is out there. I never thought that was something that would happen. Never. I've always wanted to be a business owner, but I never really saw it coming to fruition. But yeah, man, I've enjoyed the process. I've enjoyed this whole YouTube journey, documenting my journey. And I've actually met some of you, or not met face to face, but I've talked to some of you guys on the phone, quite a few of you actually. And I consider some of you friends, I guess you could say. I'd like to meet some of you. Maybe we could meet up one day somewhere and chill out, hang out, have some lunch, and shoot the breeze, and get to know each other a little better. But yeah, and that's something else too, man. If any of you are ever in the Augusta, Georgia area, and you're just swinging through, or just wanna pop in and say what's up, man, just look me up. All my information's on Facebook, and just look me up and give me a shout, man. If I'm available, hey, I'll swing by and meet you, and we'll sit down and eat a burger or have a beer or something and shoot the breeze, But yeah, I've really enjoyed this whole YouTube journey, man. This is I've had a YouTube channel before. It actually got canceled because of the whole shadow banning thing, and it wasn't lawn care though. It was actually ministry, and but YouTube is a good thing, especially for business owners, up and coming business owners, and you can learn a lot on YouTube, and you can meet people on YouTube. I mean, you look at the GIE, for instance, or Jason Creel over in Alabama, the Lawn Care Life, what's it called, the Lawn Care Life Convention or Experience or whatever it is that he does every year. Paul Jameson does one in Atlanta every year. There's so many people that put on shows and things like that, and you find out about it through social media, YouTube or Instagram, whatever it may be. And so yeah, social media can definitely be used for good. You hear a lot of bad things about social media, but it can definitely be used for good. But anyway, I'm going on a tangent here. We've chased that rabbit long enough. But yeah, I've got 20 or 25 somewhere in there to do this weekend, and things are picking up. I mean, they're still slow right now. It's the second week in March, or the first full week in March. This will be the second weekend in March, and things are a little slow. Things really don't pop off until April here. I mean, April is when your phone goes ape crap, But looking forward to it. And like I said, man, 3 weeks from tomorrow, and the real fun begins. It begins. I will get my sanity back. I can stop waking up at 2 a.m., even though my body probably will wake up at 2 a.m. because it's just used to doing it. I have to break myself of that habit. And I'm going to get to spend time with my family and hang out with my wife and kids, man. I can't wait. I really can't. I'm so excited. But anyway, man, it's raining right now. And but it's actually supposed to be sunny tomorrow, and it's a small percentage of rain. The chances are small for Friday, Saturday, and I think Sunday too. I want to say it's somewhere between 12 and 30%. And which, if your weatherman's like mine, man, you could have a 1% chance of rain, and it's gonna be a darn monsoon. But here's what it is, man. The weatherman, he's somebody that consistently be wrong and never lose his job. I wish it was like that in every other profession. But whatever, man. But yeah, I'm hoping that with the warmer weather and the sunshine, it's supposed to be up in the high 70s, low 80s. And I'm hoping that's going to be enough to dry out all this water, man, because this past weekend it was like a sponge. It really was. The sun never popped out, and everything was just like a sponge. And you could feel the ground giving way up underneath you when you walked. But yeah. But anyway, man, I just wanted to hop on here and say what's up to y'all. Don't really have a whole lot to talk about, and hopefully I'll have something for y'all Friday or Saturday, possibly Sunday. But anyway, man, like I always say, till the next one, y'all keep cutting that grass and keep making that money. I'll let y'all.